Hey, look at you. You're so cute. Let me talk down to you for a while. Everything with the economy is fixed. It is. 0.2% drop. Oh, some jobs are being created. Look at how cute you are. Don't pay any attention to those crazy people on TV in Washington. They're doing the right thing. Really? How about we treat each other like adults? Here's some questions that I'd like to ask. Hey, what happened at the yesterday's job summit? Who is there? This really, to me, doesn't look like anybody that I want creating jobs. This looks like a wrecking ball of job creation. Is the administration killing small businesses? Will we ever see real job creation? The answer to that is yes, but there's a caveat. I'll give it to you coming up. Hello, America. I have good news for you. I'll try to do this with a straight face. The president has saved the economy, and happy days are here again. The unemployment rate dropped to 10%. That is a 0.2% drop. The president was giddy about the news today. He was in Pennsylvania. Here he is talking about it.
So overall, this is the best jobs report that we've seen since 2007. And this is good news, just in time for the season of hope. I've got to admit, my chief economist, Christy Romer, she got about 4 hugs when she handed us the report.
I don't think unemployment in 2007 was 10%. Maybe it's just me. But if you want to give hugs around for people, oh my goodness, we've only lost 11,000 jobs. I love you so much. That's wonderful. Maybe we should set our expectations a little higher. The press excitedly reported on the unexpected gains and how they sparked optimism. Gold plummeted over $60 an ounce today because people are like, gold, who needs that? Let's get into the market. The market was up 22 points. Happy days are here again. The president immediately went into taking credit mode. Yes, don't forget, I'm the guy who only lost 11,000 jobs last month. He said the stimulus saved, or here it is, that magic formula again, or created 1 million jobs. Wow, saved or created. Where have we heard this before? Yes, that's right. In July, when unemployment unexpectedly dropped from 9.5% to 9.4%. And Press Secretary Gibbs said, it's a sign. It's a sign. I was reading Leaves this weekend. A sign the economy is pulled back from the brink and the pace of job loss declining. I'm no mathematician, but I believe 9.4 is a smaller number than 10. So what happened there? Yes, unemployment shot back up again. That's why the president is now working on a job summit trying to solve the crisis to avoid a repeat. All of the job experts were there, all of them. I couldn't think of anybody else I would have there. I mean, who else would you want? You've got the unions. They create a lot of jobs. SEIU is there. You got a bunch of progressives there. You have the New York Times columnist Paul Krugman. Done. Let's just wait for those jobs just to roll off the line. Of course, off the list are the hate mongers from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Why the hate, guys? The National Federation of Independent Businesses and the National Association of Manufacturers. Why would we listen to them? That's just to name a few. This guest list makes perfect sense when you look at who the #1 creator of jobs is currently in the United States, the federal government. Number 2, just in case you're interested, is healthcare. That's weird. Healthcare. Isn't the government trying to gobble that up? Oh, no, wait a minute. They're going to be able to create them because healthcare workers, oh, that's right, are represented by SEIU. Isn't that convenient? How about we turn to real creators of jobs, small businesses, the ones with less than 100 employees that create 70 to 80% of all jobs in America. Does the White House want to listen to them at all? No. No. They must be hating somebody in bigger business. I don't know who they hate, but those small business people must hate someone. Kevin Williamson is here. He's the deputy managing editor of National Review. Kevin.
Hey, Glenn.
I'm just looking at this list over here on the Job Summit and who he... Can we not take a picture of me from the side? Because this thing is becoming... I mean, I look like Jabba the Hutt. Seriously. I'm looking at the Job Summit here. We have John Podesta, right?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh. And then we have Leo Gerard. He's from the United Steelworkers.
Right. Not creating a lot of jobs in the steel industry these days.
No. Well, you're saying the steel industry's not doing well in America?
I've heard there's some trouble there, yes.
Breaking news. We should put that on the bottom with an alert. They're connected to the Apollo project.
Yes, they are.
The Apollo project, didn't they write the stimulus package?
That would be the very one, yes, indeed.
And in New York, isn't the Apollo project the one that is headed by Jeff Jones?
Yep.
And Jeff Jones, he started another institution. What was it? Weather Underground.
Yeah, that would be the one, yeah.
Okay, good. So we have Jeff Jones, and isn't the Apollo project, which these two guys are connected to, I mean, they're either, are they board members, or they're instrumental in the Apollo project. That's also Van Jones.
Our friend the communist, yes.
Yes, okay. The Apollo Alliance, okay. So we have Van Jones, and doesn't he now work with John Podesta?
Small world, isn't it?
It is weird, isn't it? Yeah. Then you have Andy Stern and, what's her name, Berger, for SEIU,
right,
connected to ACORN, correct? And then the American Federation of Teachers.
Right.
Have you seen the new stuff rolling off the line with the teachers union?
They're terribly productive. Yeah, good product.
The 2012 stuff the teachers are creating right now is off the charts.
Really our #1 export.
Then you have Google, which, I mean, Google does a lot of great stuff. They're doing some stuff, but...
Well, they did make $25,000 in campaign donations to the inauguration, so that's worth something. And
then Paul Krugman, who I think his big contribution to jobs is that they're now crediting him with calling the housing crisis a problem, which I believe, I could be mistaken here, Paul, but I believe I was talking about that coming before you were.
Well, it's true Paul Krugman hasn't created a lot of jobs, but I hear he does have some interns.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to even, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. This is a wrecking ball, is it not?
It's absolutely a disaster. It's an entirely fraudulent collection of people. I mean, even the businesses that are represented there are not the sorts of businesses that are going to be creating any sorts of real jobs in the future. You've got a lot of big old line companies like FedEx and AT&T and, oh gosh, Boeing and Quest and people like that.
Was there anybody at the table yesterday that understands the small businessman?
Well, no, I think they intentionally excluded them. They didn't want the National Federation of Independent Businesses there. They brought in a couple of small business owners. Most of them, they were Obama campaign donors. But there's really not a lot the government can do to encourage small business other than cut taxes. And they're not going to talk about cutting taxes. They're not going to talk about liberalizing regulation and having regulatory reform. They're not going to talk about tort reform or anything else or getting the unions off of people's backs. If anything, they're going to make it all worse. So why would you get small business people in there to talk about their problems when Obama doesn't want to solve their problems? It's the last thing on his agenda.
They talked about actually spending the rest of the money that's in TARP, which I don't know if they know this, that's all borrowed money. I mean,
yeah, this is the most insane idea to come out of this, is to take money that wasn't spent for TARP or take money that already has been spent for TARP and has been repaid by the banks and then spend it on these ridiculous jobs programs. I mean, that's a good way to take money that you lent out and got paid back and then you just spend it. So you take money that was out on loan and you get rid of it forever. It's a permanent loss. I mean, we actually recouped some of our TARP money, I mean, against everyone's expectations, including my own.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. That's a game.
Paid back.
Don't you buy into that. That's a game. The thing that happened this week with AIG, they sold those businesses to the Fed.
Well, yeah, that's true, but some of the institutions did nominally pay back their TARP obligations. You know, Goldman Sachs and some of the other ones did. And it's back. Yeah. But at least it's back on the federal books. At least it's not out there having to be, you know, recollected. But once you've spent it, your chances of getting paid back are zero, right?
Okay. Kevin, you know what? What was it? I was standing in somebody's office today, and we were talking about something, and it was something like, hey, you better grab a hat. It's cold outside. And I said, no, I need 3 hats because I think we're all going to have 3 heads soon. And everybody looked at me and went, what? And in today's world, we could all just, you could watch Turn on TV, and you'd be the only one without 3 heads, and you'd be like, what happened? I mean, it's an insane world we're living in right now.
Agreed, entirely.
We're going to turn now to our thanks.